Listen closely, not with your ears alone, but with the quiet place inside you that trembles when truth approaches. There is a shift unfolding, subtle at first, like the wind before a storm, but soon undeniable, like thunder breaking open the sky. You have cried in silence. You have questioned in the dark. And now, I am answering. Your son, the one you have worried over in sleepless nights, the one whose path has seemed tangled, delayed, or even broken, he has not been forgotten. Not for a single moment. What you thought was delay was not abandonment. What you feared was loss was not the end. There has been a deeper work, hidden from human eyes, unfolding in the unseen. I have watched every injustice. Every word spoken against him. Every door that closed without reason. Every betrayal that left him standing alone. Do you think I did not see? Do you believe I am unaware of the weight he has carried? No. I have been there in every moment, even when it felt like silence surrounded him. There are forces that tried to mark his future. Voices that attempted to define his worth. Situations that sought to confine him. But hear me clearly, what was spoken over him by fear will not stand. What was written by injustice will be erased. What was bound will be released. Freedom is not a distant promise, it is approaching. Justice is not delayed, it is being prepared. There are chains that no human eye can see. Chains of doubt. Chains of accusation. Chains formed by past mistakes, by the judgments of others, and even by his own thoughts. These chains have held him in places he was never meant to remain. But I am breaking them, not slowly, not partially, but completely. You will see a shift that cannot be explained by logic alone. Doors that once resisted will open without struggle. People who overlooked him will begin to recognize him. Situations that seemed permanent will suddenly change. This is not coincidence. This is intervention. Do not measure what is coming by what has been. The past does not have authority over his future. The narrative that has followed him is being rewritten, not by human hands, but by my will. There will be a moment, unexpected, unmistakable, when everything begins to turn. It may seem sudden to those watching, but it is the result of a process long in motion. Seeds planted in tears are about to break through the ground. And yet, understand this, freedom is not only about release from what binds. It is also about stepping into what has been prepared. Your son is not only being delivered, he is being positioned. There are lessons he had to learn in the hidden places. Strength that could only be formed under pressure. Wisdom that comes only through walking difficult paths. What looked like setbacks were shaping him. What felt like isolation was preparing him. Nothing has been wasted. But I must warn you, do not cling to the old version of him. The one you remember, the one shaped by past circumstances, that version is fading. What is emerging will carry a different weight, a different clarity, a different authority. There will be those who question this transformation. Those who doubt it. Those who attempt to pull him back into what he was. But their voices will not prevail. What I am establishing cannot be undone by human opinion. There is also a reckoning coming, not out of vengeance, but out of truth. Those who acted unjustly will face the reality of their actions. Not all consequences are immediate, but none are forgotten. Justice moves with precision, not haste. And when it arrives, it reveals everything. Do not fear this moment. It is necessary. For too long, imbalance has been allowed. For too long, what was wrong has gone unchallenged. But I am restoring order. I am aligning what has been distorted. And your son is part of that restoration. You may wonder why it took this long. Why the waiting? Why the silence? But understand this: timing is not delay when it serves a purpose greater than understanding. If I had moved sooner, he would not have been ready. If I had intervened earlier, the outcome would not have endured. Now, the ground is ready. Now, the moment is right. Now, what has been held back is being released. There will be signs, subtle at first. A shift in atmosphere. A sense of clarity where confusion once lived. Opportunities appearing where there were none. Pay attention to these signs. They are not random. They are markers of movement. Encourage him, but do not control him. Support him, but do not limit him with your expectations. What I am doing in his life may not follow the path you imagined, but it will exceed it. There will also be resistance. Not everything will change without challenge. When light increases, it exposes what was hidden. And not everything that is exposed will welcome that light. But do not be shaken by this. Resistance is not defeat, it is confirmation that something significant is happening. Stand firm. Trust what you cannot yet fully see. And remember, this is not only about him. This is also about you. Your faith has been tested. Your patience stretched. Your understanding challenged. But you have not been overlooked. You have been part of this process. Your prayers have not disappeared into silence. They have been stored, carried, and woven into what is now unfolding. Every moment you chose hope over despair, every time you refused to give up, that mattered more than you realize. You are about to witness the answer. Not in fragments. Not in uncertainty. But in a way that leaves no doubt. There will come a day, closer than you think, when you will look at him and recognize the shift. Not just in his circumstances, but in his presence. There will be a steadiness, a clarity, a sense of direction that was not there before. And you will understand. You will see that what felt like a long, painful journey was leading to something precise. Something intentional. Something that could not have been rushed. Do not rush ahead of this moment. Do not try to force what is already in motion. Trust the unfolding. Freedom is coming, not as an idea, but as reality. Justice is coming, not as a hope, but as fulfillment. And when it arrives, it will not ask for permission. It will not wait for approval. It will establish itself with certainty. Stay watchful. Stay grounded. Stay open. Because what is about to happen will not only change his life, it will reveal a truth that cannot be ignored, that no circumstance is beyond redemption, no injustice beyond correction, and no life beyond transformation. Even when it seemed impossible, I was working. Even when it felt silent, I was speaking. Even when hope was fading, I was preparing. Now watch closely. For what is coming will speak louder than anything that has come before. The Lord works righteousness and justice for all the oppressed. Psalm 103 verse 6.